And we're there.
Excellent. Well, welcome everyone to the Corporation of the Township of Bonnechere Valley regular council meeting on Tuesday, March 15th, 2022. It is in fact 5:30 p.m., so I am calling this meeting to order. Are there any additions to the agenda? I see none. I have a resolution dated this 15th day of March 2022 that the agenda be accepted as presented. Can I get a mover and seconder? Tim, Brent, all in favor? Oh, this is weird. Now I have to sign these because we're here. That's funny. I haven't signed them in so long. Is there any pecuniary interest or the general nature thereof? I see none. As we gather this afternoon, I would like to acknowledge on behalf of council and our community that we are meeting on the traditional territory of the Algonquin people. We would like to thank the Algonquin people and express our respect and support for their rich history, and we are extremely grateful for their many and continued displays of friendship. We also thank all the generations of people who have taken care of this land for thousands of years. And at this point, I have a resolution dated this 15th day of March 2022 that the minutes of the special council meeting held on February 25th, 2022 as amended or presented be hereby adopted. Mover and seconder, please. Moved by Brent, seconded by Merv. Are there any errors or omissions? I see none. All in favor? Thank you, council. I have a resolution dated this 15th day of March 2022 that the minutes of the regular council meeting held on March 1st, 2022 as amended or presented be hereby adopted. Can I get a mover and seconder? Thanks, Jack. Seconded by Brent. Any errors or omissions with those? I see none. All in favor? Thank you. Apparently I don't know my own name anymore.
Do you need the stamp?
All right, let's,
Do you need the stamp?
yes, I do. Thank you. Yeah, that would be great.
I suggested it like.
I know,
three times.
that's great.
Yeah.
All right, we have no delegations this afternoon. The reports have been filed. I have a resolution dated this 15th day of March 2022. Move that the correspondence be filed. Mover and seconder, please. Tim, Brent, anything further on correspondence? I see none. All in favor? And I have actually never used this before. Yeah, so it's neat. Okay. I have a resolution dated this 15th day of March 2022. Whereas the draft budget reviewed by committee included the purchase of new extrication equipment, and whereas the 2022 budget has not yet been approved by council. And whereas the fire chief deems the purchase necessary through a sole source at the lowest obtainable price as per Part 5, Section 4 Procurement Bylaw 2019-60. Now therefore be it resolved that the council of the Township of Bonnechere Valley approve the purchase of the extrication equipment from Code 4 Fire and Rescue to an upset limit of $50,000 plus HST. Can I get a mover and seconder, please? Moved by Jack, seconded by Brent. Anything further on this? All in favor? That is carried. I have a resolution dated this 15th day of March 2022. Whereas municipalities across this province collectively spend millions of dollars of taxpayer money and municipal resources developing official plans that meet current provincial planning policy. And whereas an official plan is developed through months of public consultation to ensure that future planning and development will meet the specific needs of our community. And whereas our official plan includes zoning provisions that encourage development of the missing middle or gentle density to meet the need for attainable housing in our community. And whereas our official plan is ultimately approved by the province, and whereas it is within the legislative purview of the municipal council to approve official plan amendments or zoning bylaw changes that better the community or fit within the vision of the official plan. And whereas it is also within the legislative purview of municipal council to deny official plan amendments or zoning bylaw changes that do not better the community or do not fit within the vision of the official plan. And whereas municipal planning decisions may be appealed to the Ontario Land Tribunal, OLT, formerly the Ontario Municipal Board, or OMB, an unelected appointed body that is not accountable to the residents of Bonnechere Valley. And whereas the OLT has the authority to make a final decision on planning matters based on best planning outcome and not whether the proposed development is in compliance with municipal and provincially approved official plan or consistent with provincial plans and policy. Whereas all decisions, save planning decisions made by municipal council, are similarly only subject to appeal by judicial review, and such appeals are limited to questions of law. And whereas Ontario is the only province in Canada that empowers a separate adjunctive tribunal to review and overrule local decisions applying provincially approved plans. And whereas municipalities across the province are repeatedly forced to spend millions of dollars defending official plans that have already been approved by the province in expensive, time-consuming, and ultimately futile OLT hearings. And whereas lengthy, costly OLT hearings act as a barrier to the development of attainable housing, now therefore be it resolved that the Council of the Township of Bonnechere Valley requests the Government of Ontario to dissolve the OLT immediately, thereby eliminating one of the most significant sources of red tape, delaying the development of more attainable housing in Ontario. And that a copy of this motion be sent to the Honorable Doug Ford, Premier of Ontario, the Minister of Municipal Affairs and Housing, Mr. John Yakubuski, MPP, Renfrew, Nipissing, Pembroke, and the Association of Municipalities of Ontario. And at that, I will seek a mover. Thank you, Tim. Thank you, Brent. And is there any discussion? Sort of a timely resolution today, isn't it?
Yeah, it fits right in.
It really does. All in favor, please. Thank you, gentlemen. I have a resolution dated this 15th day of March 2022, whereas the Year of the Garden 2022 celebrates the centennial of Canada's horticultural sector, and whereas gardens and gardening contribute to the quality of life of our municipality and create safe and healthy places where people can come together. And whereas the Year of the Garden 2022 will highlight and celebrate the important contribution of gardeners, the Eganville and Area Horticultural Society, horticultural professionals, and local horticultural businesses, which contribute to garden culture and the experience garden of our municipality. And whereas gardens and gardening have helped to face the challenges of the COVID pandemic. And whereas Communities in Blue, in collaboration with Canadian Garden Council, invites all municipalities to celebrate the Year of the Garden. Now therefore be it resolved that the Council of the Township of Bonnechere Valley proclaims 2022 as the Year of the Garden in celebration of the contribution of gardens and gardening to the development in our country, in our municipality, and in the lives of residents in terms of health, quality of life, and environmental challenges. And that the Saturday before Father's Day, June 18th in 2022, be recognized as Garden Day in the Township of Bonnechere Valley as a legacy of Canada's Year of the Garden 2022, and that the Township of Bonnechere Valley is committed to be a gardening-friendly municipality, supporting the development of its garden culture, and is proud to have the Pollinator Garden and the Welcome Hill, which are two initiatives that support the garden and culture of Bonnechere Valley and the spirit of the Year of the Garden. And that all municipalities across Canada be invited to proclaim 2022 to be the Year of the Garden in their respective municipalities, and that a copy of this resolution be provided to the Federation of Canadian Municipalities for that purpose. I think I have a mover and seconder, please. Moved by Merv. Why are you all laughing? Seconded by Brent. Anything further on this? And I'd also like to say in addition to the Pollinator Garden and the Welcome Hill, the permanent Truth and Reconciliation Garden will be going on in the spring. I just don't have a final date, but we will go, and we kind of opened it, but it was a temporary one. So we want to make sure that that's a permanent thing in Bonnechere Valley, and it's right beside the Pollinator Garden. So at that, all in favor? I have a resolution dated this 15th day. Oh, I'm sorry. Was there anything on the check register board report? Sorry, guys, I blew right over that. I have a resolution dated this day, 15th day of March 2022, that bylaw 2022-015 being a bylaw to appoint a chief building official, bylaw 2022-016 being a bylaw to appoint a bylaw enforcement officer, bylaw 2022-017 being a bylaw to enter into an agreement with the Township of Greater Madawaska for the provision of chief building official services, bylaw 2022-018, being a bylaw to confirm the proceedings of council, be read a first time, be deemed read a second time, be deemed read a third time and passed. Can I get a mover and seconder, please? Moved by Jack. Seconded by Brent. Anything further on those bylaws? All in favor? Thank you. And I have a resolution dated this 15th day of March 2022 that the council meeting be adjourned at 5:40 PM. Can I get a mover and seconder, please? Moved by Merv, seconded by Brent. Tim's giving up his streak. All in favor? Thank you.
Has to remind himself.
We are adjourned.